You are not tired, you are undisciplined, you are not lost, you are distracted. Every excuse you've ever made was a moment you betrayed your potential. Discipline isn't punishment, it's the highest form of self-respect. When you do what must be done, especially when you don't feel like it, you earn freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from chaos, freedom from the weakness that has ruled your life for too long. This is not motivation, this is command. This is how to do what must be done. Chapter 1. Stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel ready. Let that truth hit you hard. You will never wake up one morning with perfect confidence, perfect clarity, or perfect timing. Readiness is a lie, a comforting lie, told by the part of your mind that fears responsibility. The truth, readiness doesn't come before action. Action creates readiness, that's the key. Every person you admire, every soldier, every athlete, every leader, began before they felt prepared. They moved while afraid. They acted before they believed because they understood something most people never learn. Hesitation is the death of momentum. You have a choice. You can wait for perfect circumstances or you can create them. You can wait for confidence or you can build it through motion. You can stay trapped in the illusion of preparation or you can start where you are. When a Navy SEAL goes through Hell Week, he is not ready for it. No one is ready for it. He's freezing, hungry, exhausted and broken, but he moves anyway. He moves because the mission demands it, and with each step, each crawl, each impossible push-up, readiness is forged through pain. He doesn't wait for readiness. He creates it by doing. That's what discipline is, the ability to move while afraid, to move while uncertain, to move while uncomfortable. You're not waiting for the right feeling. You're training yourself to move without it. You don't need motivation. You don't need confidence. You don't need the world to validate your timing. You need command.
You need self-respect. You need to tell yourself, I do what must be done now. The reason most people never start is because they worship the feeling of readiness. They think they'll start the business when the timing is right. They think they'll get fit when life slows down. They think they'll change when they feel like it. But that day never comes. You know why? Because comfort breeds hesitation, and hesitation breeds regret. You don't need more time, you need less hesitation, you need less waiting, you need to act while everyone else delays. Action isn't the reward for confidence, action is the builder of confidence. Confidence comes from proof, and proof only comes from doing. That's the law of discipline. You can't think your way into strength, you can only act your way into it. And when you act, when you move, something shifts. The mind follows the body, emotion follows motion. Think of an athlete standing on the starting line. He's nervous, his heart is racing, his mind is loud, he's not calm, but he's trained. And when the gun fires, he doesn't hesitate because training is stronger than fear. Repetition replaces hesitation. That's discipline. You have to build that same muscle. You train your mind to move through the fog of uncertainty. You teach yourself that fear doesn't mean stop, it means go. That doubt doesn't mean delay, it means act. Every great creator felt unprepared before they started. Writers, filmmakers, entrepreneurs, none of them knew if it would work, but they moved anyway. They acted through fear, not after it. That's how greatness begins, not in confidence but in obedience. You don't need their permission, you don't need external validation, you don't need a sign from the universe. You need to act, you need to move, you need to start. The moment you stop waiting to feel ready, your life changes. Because you realize you were always capable, you just didn't trust yourself enough to act. You thought you needed more information, more preparation, more approval. You didn't. You needed movement. Action is clarity, action is truth, action is freedom. That's why the disciplined are free, because they don't waste energy on hesitation. They move, they adjust, they adapt in motion. That's how winners operate. Look at anyone operating at the top of their field, soldiers, CEOs, artists, athletes. They don't have more certainty than you. They have more discipline. They've learned that readiness is not emotional, it's behavioral. They act, and that action creates momentum. Momentum becomes confidence. Confidence becomes identity, and identity becomes destiny. So stop waiting for perfect timing. Stop waiting for the fear to fade. Stop waiting for your emotions to align with your goals. That's not how discipline works. That's not how freedom is built. You don't need to feel like it. You just need to do it. You don't wait for readiness. You create it by doing. Every time you act without feeling ready, you win. Every time you start before you're prepared, you grow. Every time you move while afraid, you expand your control. That's how you build mental toughness, one unready action at a time. When you stop negotiating with fear, you stop being a prisoner of it. You take ownership of your momentum. You stop being reactive and start being deliberate. You realize the world doesn't reward the one who feels ready, it rewards the one who moves first. So what must you do right now? Move. Do one thing you've been putting off. Send that email. Start that workout. Launch that project. Take the first imperfect step. Because action is the cure for hesitation. And hesitation is the disease that kills potential. You have a choice. You can keep waiting, or you can start leading yourself. That's the choice that separates the disciplined from the average. Readiness will never knock on your door, but opportunity will, and it won't wait for your permission. Be the one who moves first. Be the one who acts without comfort. Be the one who creates readiness through repetition. You don't need another plan. You don't need another pep talk. You need a decision, and you need it now. Because every second you wait is another second you surrender your power. And that power is what this audiobook is about, reclaiming it through discipline. You've learned the first rule. Stop waiting to feel ready. That's how you break the cycle of hesitation. That's how you start building freedom. But readiness is only the first lie. The next one lives inside your head, the voice that whispers excuses, doubts, and fears. It's time to confront it. You mastered hesitation. Now let's kill the enemy within. Chapter 2. Kill the weak voice in your head. You know the voice I'm talking about, the quiet one that whispers the easiest lie you'll ever believe. You can do it later. That's the weak voice. It's the voice that tells you you've done enough for today. The voice that tells you to hit snooze. The voice that says you deserve a break before you've earned one. It hides behind logic. It disguises itself as reason. But make no mistake, it's not reason, it's resistance. The weak voice justifies comfort, delay, and mediocrity. It's clever, it's persuasive, and if you let it speak long enough, it wins. That's why you have to kill it. Not once, but every single day, because the weak voice never dies permanently. It grows back, it waits, it watches for your lowest moment. You have a choice. You can listen to that voice, or you can override it with discipline. You can stay comfortable, or you can become powerful. But you can't do both. When the alarm rings at 5 a.m., the weak voice is awake before you are. It tells you, sleep a little longer, you need rest. It sounds caring, it sounds reasonable, but it's not care, it's control. The strong voice speaks later. It doesn't whisper, it commands. It says, get up, move, do what must be done. That's the difference between the weak mind and the disciplined mind. The weak mind seeks comfort, the disciplined mind seeks control. The weak voice speaks first, the strong voice acts anyway. That's the key. Understand this, the weak voice is not your enemy, it's your test. It's the weight you must lift every day to build mental toughness, because every time you silence it, you strengthen the voice of command. It's like a soldier training for battle. He doesn't grow stronger by avoiding resistance, he grows by facing it. The battlefield is in your mind. Every thought is a choice, every excuse is a test. You don't kill the weak voice by arguing with it. You kill it by moving through it. You act faster than it can speak. You outpace hesitation with action. You silence it with proof. That's the formula. That's how the disciplined build dominance. Let's break it down. The weak voice says, you're too tired. Action says, I'll do it tired. The weak voice says, you're not ready. Discipline says, start anyway. The weak voice says, you don't feel like it. The strong mind says, I don't need to. It's not about feelings, it's about obedience. It's not about comfort, it's about consistency. It's not about perfection, it's about discipline. Every time you obey the strong voice, the weak one loses its power. And every time you listen to the weak one, you give it authority over your life. You have a choice every day, every hour, every decision. Who runs your mind, the weak voice or the strong one? Here's the truth most people won't admit. The weak voice isn't going away. It's part of you. It's built into your biology. It's the part that wants safety, comfort, and survival. But discipline is not about survival. Discipline is about dominance. So you train yourself to override that ancient program. You train yourself to move despite discomfort. That's mental conditioning. That's the daily war of self-control. An elite athlete doesn't wake up free of doubt. He wakes up with two voices. One says, wait and rest, and the other says, rise. And he decides who he is by the one he obeys. He doesn't kill the weak voice once, he kills it every morning. That's what makes him different, that's what makes him dangerous. He's not fearless, he's trained, he's not emotionless, he's disciplined. The weak voice is also subtle, it hides in rationalization. It says, you've worked hard today, you've earned this. It says, you'll do better tomorrow. It says, you'll start when you're ready. Sound familiar? These aren't excuses, they're traps, and they sound harmless because they're half true. That's why self-discipline feels hard, Because you're rewriting your biology. You're replacing the instinct to survive with the instinct to lead. And leaders don't listen to the weak voice, they listen to the voice of command. You don't need their permission, you don't need external validation, you need obedience to your highest standard. So here's what you do starting today. Catch the weak voice the moment it speaks, name it, expose it, and act faster than it can respond. When it says not today, you say now. When it says you can't, you say watch me. When it says later, you say already done. You train your mind through action, not argument. You silence weakness with repetition. You prove to yourself again and again that you move first, always. That's the key. That's discipline. That's freedom. Because when the weak voice dies, the strong one rises. And when the strong one takes over, you become unstoppable. You've learned to stop waiting for readiness. Now you've silenced the weak voice that delays your growth. That's power. That's control. But discipline isn't only about silence in the mind, it's also about silence in the world. Because the loudest distractions don't just come from inside you, they come from everyone around you. You've conquered your hesitation. Now let's talk about the most underrated strength of all, quiet focus. Chapter 3. Pain is the price of progress. You want growth, you want results, you want freedom. But here's the truth you don't want to hear. You can't have any of it without pain. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the entrance fee. Every breakthrough demands discomfort, no exceptions. You have a choice. Run from it or rise through it. That's the key. Most people spend their whole lives trying to avoid pain. They hide from it, they numb it, they escape it. And because they avoid pain, they avoid progress. Every time you chase comfort, you trade long-term strength for short-term relief. Every time you choose ease, you reject growth. Every time you refuse the hard thing, you weaken your spirit. You don't need more comfort, you need more capacity for pain. Because pain is not punishment, pain is preparation. If it hurts, it's working. Look at any elite performer, soldiers, athletes, entrepreneurs. What separates them is not talent, it's tolerance. They've trained their nervous system to obey, not negotiate. They don't ask, how do I make this easier? They ask, how do I make myself stronger? During Navy SEAL Hell Week, they're cold, sleepless, and starving. Their muscles fail, their bodies shake. But the instructors are not testing their strength, they're testing their will. Because willpower is forged in the fire of pain. If it hurts, it's working. If it's uncomfortable, you're growing. That's the price, that's the process. The people who rise don't look for escape. They lean in. They understand that discomfort is the compass pointing directly toward progress. You have a choice every day. Avoid the pain or train through it. Most people choose avoidance. They avoid hard conversations. They avoid heavy work. They avoid risk, challenge, and exposure. And they wonder why they stay the same. You can't avoid pain and expect to evolve. You can't escape discomfort and still demand greatness. Growth hurts. That's the law. Muscles tear before they grow. Egos shatter before they mature. Comfort dies before excellence is born. That's why pain matters. Pain is not just a test, it's feedback. It tells you where your weakness lives. It shows you exactly where you need to build discipline. Stop avoiding that message. Stop silencing the signal. If it hurts, it's working. Here's the problem. Most people mistake pain for a problem. They feel discomfort and think something's wrong, but nothing is wrong. The discomfort means your limits are expanding. It's like the burn you feel in the gym. That burning isn't danger, it's growth. It's the sound of your muscles learning obedience. It's your body saying, we're adapting. You have to start seeing pain as a teacher, not a threat. That's the shift. That's mental toughness. You don't need their permission to endure. You don't need validation for your struggle. You need endurance. You need the discipline to stay in the discomfort long enough to let it transform you. You've been conditioned to chase comfort. Every commercial, every app, every shortcut, they all promise the same thing, ease. They tell you pain is something to eliminate. They lie. Ease kills potential. Comfort dulls ambition. Convenience erases character. You want to know why most people never build true confidence? Because they never earn it through adversity. Confidence built without struggle is an illusion. The only real confidence is forged through pain, earned by surviving what others ran from. That's the truth. That's the reason discipline feels like suffering at first.
because you're detoxing from comfort. You're rewiring your instincts. You're replacing avoidance with aggression. Start small, but start deliberately. Take the cold shower. Wake up before the alarm. Push through one more rep. Say no to instant gratification. Every time you lean into pain instead of away from it, you build your threshold. You become the kind of person who can handle pressure, not avoid it.
That's how you build self-respect. That's how you become unshakable. If it hurts, it's working. If it burns, you're building. If it's hard, it's helping. Discipline isn't about seeking pain for no reason. It's about understanding its purpose. It's about recognizing that on the other side of discomfort lies everything you want. You can't build a life of strength without breaking the habits of weakness, and breaking hurts. So stop running from it. Stop medicating it. Stop labeling discomfort as failure. Pain is data. Pain is direction. Pain is proof that you're in motion. You want to know how to double your progress? Double your tolerance for pain. Double your willingness to do what hurts. Double your capacity for the difficult. The stronger you become, the smaller pain feels. Not because life gets easier, but it is so easier. But because you get harder, you stop flinching, you stop doubting, you stop expecting ease, you start expecting effort. That's discipline, that's control. You don't get stronger by seeking comfort. You get stronger by choosing challenge. You get stronger by saying, if it hurts, it's working. Here's the behavior shift you need. When you feel pain, don't stop. Pause, breathe, then continue. When you feel fear, don't freeze, acknowledge it, then act. When you feel resistance, don't retreat, lean forward. You have a choice in every painful moment, to break or to build, to quit or to commit, to surrender or to strengthen. That's the battlefield of discipline, the moment of pain. If you can win there, you can win anywhere. The Navy SEALs have a rule: when you think you're done, you're only at 40%. That means 60% of your power still lives on the other side of pain. But most people never meet that 60% because they quit the second pain arrives. You won't. Not anymore. You'll push into it. You'll stay there. You'll grow there, because pain is the price of progress, and freedom always comes with a price. So remember this: if it's hard, keep going. If it burns, stay focused. If it hurts, it's working. You are not fragile. You are being forged. Every rep, every setback, every moment of exhaustion, it's shaping you into something unbreakable. That's not suffering. That's transformation. Pain is not there to stop you. It's there to prepare you. And when you understand that, nothing can shake you. You face the truth about readiness. You've silenced the weak voice in your mind. Now you've learned to use pain as a weapon, not a warning. You're building power. You're building control. But power without discipline turns chaotic, and discipline without structure loses focus. You've mastered discomfort. Now it's time to master direction. Chapter 4: Routine over Emotion. You think discipline is about feeling motivated. You think discipline is about waiting for inspiration. That's a lie, a dangerous lie. Discipline is not a feeling. It's a decision, it's a habit, it's a refusal to negotiate with your emotions. You have a choice. You can wait until you feel like it, or you can move anyway. That's the key. Most people live at the mercy of their moods. They wake up tired and skip their workout. They sit at their desk distracted because they don't feel focused. They wait for motivation like it's a gift from the universe, and they wonder why they never progress. Emotion is unreliable. Emotion changes by the hour. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll feel weak. If your life depends on emotion, you'll fail. That's the truth. But if your life depends on motion, action, routines, systems, you will win. Here's the formula. Emotion follows motion. Move first. When you act first, your emotions align with your behavior. You don't wait to feel disciplined. You create discipline by moving. That's the law. Elite athletes know this instinctively. A sprinter doesn't wait to feel motivated to train. A swimmer doesn't wait until they feel fast to hit the water. A CEO doesn't wait until inspiration strikes to make a crucial decision. They show up, they execute, they move first. Emotion follows motion. Move first. And you can do the same. Routines are the secret weapon. Not motivation, not inspiration. Routines. A routine removes decision fatigue. A routine makes action automatic. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't negotiate with yourself every morning. You don't ask if you feel like it.
You just do it. Discipline should work the same way. Make the essential tasks in your life automatic. Build them into your day until they run themselves.
You have a choice, chaos or structure, routine or improvisation, discipline or excuses. Choose routine and emotion becomes irrelevant. Choose routine and success becomes inevitable. Let's talk about structure. Start by defining your non-negotiables. Wake up time, workout, reading, work blocks, journaling. Decide exactly what you will do and when. No exceptions, no negotiation, no permission required. The weak voice will fight you. It will say it's too early. It will say you deserve rest. It will say you can skip today, just this once. Do not listen. Do not negotiate. You don't need their permission. You move first. Emotion follows motion. Move first. Routines also protect you from the chaos of the outside world. The world is unpredictable. People will distract you. Circumstances will change. Life will throw curveballs. If you rely on emotion to drive action, you will collapse. But routines are like rails. They keep you moving forward even when the tracks are shaking. Discipline becomes predictable, consistent, unstoppable. You have a choice. Let life dictate your behavior or dictate it yourself. That's the key. Here's the hard truth. Motivation will never save you. It comes and goes. It's fleeting. It's unreliable. Routines, on the other hand, are permanent. They don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you're sad. They don't care if you feel ready. They just happen. And through repetition, your actions become your identity. You're not disciplined because you feel disciplined. You're disciplined because you act disciplined. Emotion follows motion. Move first. Real world example. The world's top performers all follow routines. Morning rituals, exercise schedules, writing blocks, meditation. They don't negotiate with feelings. They show up every day, even when they don't want to, even when they're exhausted, even when the world seems against them. They move first. Emotion follows motion. Now it's your turn. Start small if you have to. Pick one daily habit. Commit to it at the same time every day. No excuses, no exceptions. If you fail, restart immediately. No negotiation, no apology, just action. This is how discipline compounds. One habit leads to another. One choice leads to a chain reaction of strength. Before you know it, your entire life is operating on your terms, not your moods. You have a choice, chaos or control, routine or hesitation, discipline or surrender. Here's the next level. Combine routines with accountability. Track your habits. Write down your actions. Measure them. Nothing motivates like visible progress. When you see yourself moving every day, even when you didn't feel like it, your brain starts to rewire. Your identity shifts. You become the kind of person who acts first no matter what. Emotion follows motion. Move first. And this is why the strongest people in the world never debate their next action. They don't ask, do I feel like it? They don't wait for clarity or inspiration. They move. They execute. Emotion follows motion. Now, let's talk about the trap, overcomplicating routines. Some people make routines too complex, too rigid, too unrealistic. That's a mistake. You can yell to be seen or you can act and be unstoppable. That's the key. Discipline doesn't need applause. Discipline doesn't need attention. Discipline doesn't need social proof. Discipline works quietly, relentlessly, invisibly. Talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. Here's the principle. Quiet work creates results. It's not glamorous, it's not loud, it's repetitive, consistent, and invisible until the outcomes appear. Think of elite performers. A top programmer isn't tweeting about their code. A great athlete isn't posting every workout. A disciplined leader isn't broadcasting their strategy. They move quietly. They execute relentlessly. They build power without validation. And that's why they win. You have a choice. Seek approval or seek results. That's the key. The world rewards action, not opinion. Your voice doesn't create impact. Your results do. Too many people spend time explaining their efforts. Too many people spend energy talking instead of doing. Too many people let noise replace work. Do not confuse motion with progress. Talking about it doesn't make it happen. Posting about it doesn't make it real. Execution is silent. Proof is visible. Talk less. Prove more. Discipline speaks without words. Silence also protects your focus. Every notification, every comment, every request for attention is a distraction.
The more you speak, the more you open yourself to distraction. The more you act in quiet, the deeper your focus becomes. Look at the people who accomplish the most. They don't discuss every plan. They don't post their schedule. They don't explain their goals. They act.
They move and they execute, and results follow quietly like a storm building in the distance. You have a choice: distraction or focus, attention or noise. Talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. Now let's break down quiet work. Quiet work is about execution without recognition. It's showing up every day, even when no one is watching. It's completing tasks, building skills, and creating momentum in the shadows. Example: a writer who produces 2,000 words daily but never posts on social media. Example: an entrepreneur building a business without broadcasting every decision. Example: an athlete training relentlessly in the gym before anyone sees results. All of them practice discipline in silence. All of them focus on what matters, not on what is seen. You don't need permission to work in silence. You don't need recognition to grow. You don't need applause to advance. That's the key. Silence also teaches patience. The world wants instant gratification. We want likes, shares, validation, yet proof that our work matters now. But discipline is not instant. It's slow, it's steady, it accumulates quietly until it becomes unstoppable. Think about a tree growing. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't seek attention. It grows steadily, silently, until one day it towers above everything else. Your disciplined work is the same. You have a choice: impatience or patience, noise or silence, talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. Here's the behavior shift you need. Stop sharing every plan. No one needs to know your roadmap. Focus on executing it. Stop explaining every effort. Results speak louder than your words ever will. Stop measuring your progress by attention. Measure it by completion, by improvement, by momentum. The loudest people are often the least consistent. The quietest people are the ones who endure. The quietest people are the ones who win. Silence also builds mental toughness. Every time you resist the urge to seek approval, you strengthen self-reliance. Every time you act without validation, you strengthen your autonomy. Every time you stop talking about your goals and start working on them, you strengthen your discipline. It's not about recognition. It's about obedience. It's not about validation. It's about progress. It's not about applause. It's about results. Talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. Now, practical steps to master silence. Schedule quiet blocks, time periods where you work without distractions, without sharing, without explaining. Treat them like sacred appointments. Limit social media and unnecessary communication. Every notification is a potential derailment. Build invisible habits. Actions that accumulate silently. Exercise, reading, journaling, work sprints. The power compounds in the shadows. Stop announcing intentions. Let results speak for themselves. The world will notice when you've moved, not when you've talked. You have a choice: distraction or focus. You have a choice: noise or silence. Talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. Here's the hard truth most people ignore. You are measured by results, not effort. You are judged by outcomes, not intentions. You are remembered for what you accomplish, not what you say you will do. Silence shields you from external judgment. Silence keeps your energy where it belongs, on your work. Silence prevents your mind from obsessing over opinions, doubts, and interruptions. Silence protects progress. You have a choice. You can waste your energy on words, or you can invest it in results. Talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. So, starting today, embrace quiet work. Show up when no one is watching. Push through when no one notices. Build, create, execute, and grow in the shadows. Make your discipline automatic. Make your results inevitable. You don't need their permission. You don't need applause. You don't need a platform. You need focus. You need action. You need silence. The loudest people fade. The disciplined endure. The disciplined win. Talk less, prove more. Discipline speaks without words. You've mastered readiness. You've silenced the weak voice. You've leaned into pain. You've built routines. Now you've learned the power of quiet execution. You are stronger. You are sharper. You are more focused. But discipline isn't just about what you do in silence. It's also about resisting the temptation to overreact when pressure comes. You've proven your patience. Now it's time to harness your composure. Chapter 6. The Trap of Motivation. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Most people chase motivation like it's a treasure. They wake up some days feeling ready. They act only when they feel inspired. And they fail the rest of the time. That's the trap. Motivation fades. It is fleeting. It is unreliable. And anyone who builds their life on motivation alone will fail. You have a choice. You can wait for feelings or you can decide once and act consistently. That's the key. Motivation is not a plan. It is not a strategy. It is not a habit. It is a temporary surge of energy. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Systems endure, routines endure, discipline endures. You don't need to feel like doing the work. You need to be the type of person who does the work. Replace "I feel like it" with "it's who I am." Discipline becomes identity, not mood. That's the transformation. Every morning the world will test you. It will whisper excuses. It will present comfort. It will offer distractions. If you rely on motivation, you will surrender. If you rely on discipline, you will prevail. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is consistent. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Repeat it, say it aloud, internalize it. Here's the first step. Decouple action from emotion. Most people think, "I'll do it when I feel ready." They wait for clarity, for mood, for inspiration. And by the time motivation arrives, opportunity is gone. The disciplined move first. They act before emotion. They act despite fear. They act despite doubt. The results follow. Action produces clarity. Action creates momentum. Action builds identity. You have a choice. Wait for motivation or act anyway. That's the key. Look at any high achiever. A top entrepreneur doesn't wait to feel inspired before making a decision. It is not a strategy, it is not a habit, it is a temporary surge of energy. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Systems endure, routines endure, discipline endures. You don't need to feel like doing the work. You need to be the type of person who does the work. Replace "I feel like it" with "it's who I am." Discipline becomes identity, not mood. That's the transformation. Every morning the world will test you. It will whisper excuses. It will present comfort. It will offer distractions. If you rely on motivation, you will surrender. If you rely on discipline, you will prevail. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is consistent. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Repeat it. Say it aloud. Internalize it. Here's the first step. Decouple action from emotion. Most people think, "I'll do it when I feel ready." They wait for clarity, for mood, for inspiration. And by the time motivation arrives, opportunity is gone. The disciplined move first. They act before emotion. They act despite fear. They act despite doubt. The results follow. Action produces clarity. Action creates momentum. Action builds identity. You have a choice. Wait for motivation or act anyway. That's the key. Look at any high achiever. A top entrepreneur doesn't wait to feel inspired before making a decision. A professional athlete doesn't wait for motivation to train. A writer doesn't wait for a muse to create. They show up every day. They act, they produce, they refine, they repeat. Motivation may ignite the first spark, but consistency and discipline sustain the flame. You don't need their permission. You don't need an audience. You don't need external encouragement. You need identity. You need systems. You need fire that does not rely on sparks. Here's the behavior shift. 1. Anchor action in identity. Decide who you are and let every action reinforce it. Don't say, "I'll work out if I feel like it." Say, "I am the type of person who trains daily." 2. Build systems, not feelings. Plan your day, schedule your habits, remove decisions that allow procrastination. A system doesn't require mood, it requires obedience. 3. Celebrate repetition, not inspiration. The satisfaction comes from consistency, not motivation. Every small repeated action compounds into unstoppable momentum. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Repeat it, internalize it. Build your fire. Motivation is a liar. It promises excitement. It promises energy. It promises clarity. And when it leaves, as it always does, you are left with your habits, your systems, your discipline. That's why the disciplined never complain about losing motivation. They never wait for the right mood. They rely on identity. They rely on systems. They rely on fire they built long before sparks were needed. You have a choice: temporary excitement or permanent results. That's the key. Let's break it down further. Imagine a person who exercises only when motivated. Some mornings they wake up eager, they crush the workout. Other mornings they snooze, skip, and rationalize. Now imagine the disciplined person. They wake up, they train, they act. Some days are easy, some days are brutal, some days motivation is absent. Some days they feel like quitting. It doesn't matter, they move. Action follows identity, not emotion. Momentum accumulates silently. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Another example, writing. A motivated writer writes only when inspired. Days pass without output. Pages remain blank. They depend on feeling creative. A disciplined writer writes daily. Some days the words flow, some days they don't. Some days are uncomfortable. Some days they hate it. It doesn't matter. They write, they produce, they build their craft. Discipline doesn't wait for inspiration. Discipline produces inspiration. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. You have a choice. Wait or act, that's the key. Here's the real difference. Motivation is external. It comes from feelings, from compliments, from circumstances. Discipline is internal. It comes from identity or systems and repetition. You can't control motivation. You can control discipline.
Now it's time to harness the next level of control, mastering your environment. Chapter 7. Mastering the boring days. Not every day is exciting. Not every day is full of breakthroughs. Not every day will feel important. Most people quit on the boring days. Most people wait for excitement. Most people abandon consistency when life feels gray. That's the trap. Discipline is built in the mundane. Discipline is forged in the quiet, uneventful moments. It's in the repetition, the monotony, the ordinary. You have a choice. You can wait for a dramatic moment, or you can execute when it's gray, dull, and uneventful. That's the key. The truth, extraordinary results are the compound outcome of ordinary actions. Every great performer has mastered the boring days. Every elite athlete has shown up when it hurt to get out of bed. Every successful entrepreneur has worked in silence during the quiet hours when motivation was absent. Ordinary days create extraordinary results. Repeat it, say it aloud, internalize it. Consistency is not glamorous. Consistency is not flashy. Consistency is relentless repetition. Look at any high achiever. They do the work when no one is watching. They do the work when it's uncomfortable. They do the work when it's routine, repetitive, boring. The world measures only outcomes, but the work behind the scenes, invisible, silent, repetitive, that's where discipline is truly built. You don't need applause. You don't need external recognition. You don't need anyone to witness your consistency. You need commitment. You need obedience. You need repetition. Here's the principle: consistent monotony. Repetition is mastery in disguise. It looks boring, it feels unremarkable, but it is how skills are cemented. It is how habits are entrenched. It is how results compound. Imagine a pianist. They practice scales daily, even when no performance is coming. They repeat the same exercises over and over until finger movements are automatic. When the stage arrives, the extraordinary happens because of ordinary days. You have a choice. Chase excitement or embrace monotony. That's the key. The boring days are also a test of identity. When life is gray, do you give up? Do you quit? Or do you show up anyway? Identity is revealed in monotony. Discipline is proven in the quiet. The work you do when nobody notices determines who you truly are. You don't need their permission. You don't need validation. You don't need drama. You need commitment. You need motion. You need ordinary days executed perfectly. Here's a behavior blueprint. 1. Schedule your boring days. Not just exciting tasks. Every day should have non-negotiable work blocks. 2. Reduce reliance on motivation. Gray days are inevitable. Don't wait to feel like working. Show up anyway. 3. Measure by action, not excitement. Checklists, systems, and repeated tasks matter more than inspiration. Ordinary days create extraordinary results. Repeat it. Internalize it. Live it. Let's be honest. Most people chase excitement. They start new projects when the spark is high. They quit when the spark fades. They call it finding passion, but it's really fear of monotony. Discipline isn't about chasing passion. Discipline is about showing up on gray days. Discipline is about executing regardless of mood.
Discipline is about building a compounding advantage while others sleep, scroll, or procrastinate. You have a choice: follow feelings or follow your plan. That's the key. Here's the danger of ignoring ordinary days. You build inconsistency. You build excuses. You build weakness. And the world rewards those who endure. It rewards the person who does the work every day, even when it's boring, even when it's monotonous, even when it's gray. Your future self will thank you for your ordinary days. Your results will compound quietly, invisibly, relentlessly. Ordinary days create extraordinary results. Say it again, repeat it, believe it. Example: an elite athlete in training. Some days the workout feels easy, some days it feels unbearable. The exercises are the same, the routines are repetitive. It's boring, it's dull, but the person who endures builds strength, builds skill, builds resilience. And when performance matters, results appear effortlessly because of ordinary days. The extraordinary is disguised as ordinary. This is the secret most people never grasp. Another example: an entrepreneur building a business. Some days are full of excitement, launches, big wins, networking events. Most days are mundane: emails, data entry, follow-ups, tedious calls. It is the consistency in these mundane tasks that creates leverage, momentum, and compound results. Without the boring days, extraordinary outcomes are impossible. You have a choice: quit when it's dull or execute relentlessly. That's the key. Here's a practical strategy to master the boring days. Design micro habits, small, repeatable actions each day that contribute to your larger goals. Track progress daily. Visual proof of consistency reinforces identity. Remove distractions. Gray days are easier to endure when you don't give attention to noise. Celebrate completion, not excitement. Reward yourself for showing up, not for how you feel. Ordinary days create extraordinary results. They are the hidden engine of mastery. Discipline thrives in monotony. Excellence is born from repetition. Mastery is the outcome of consistent, boring effort over time. Your life is built on these days, not the flashy ones, not the dramatic ones, not the inspirational ones. The boring days are the backbone. The gray, repetitive, uneventful moments. You have a choice: wait for excitement or dominate the ordinary. That's the key. So starting today, embrace the boring days. Show up, repeat, execute, do the work that no one notices. Do it even when it's gray, quiet, and uneventful. Do it until repetition becomes habit. Do it until monotony creates mastery. Ordinary days create extraordinary results. Repeat it, internalize it, live it. You've learned to act despite fear. You've embraced pain. You've built routines. You've practiced silence. You've overcome motivation traps. Now, you're ready to master the next challenge. Controlling your environment to maximize focus and remove temptation. Chapter 8: Self-Respect Through Consistency. Every action you take toward your goals is a vote for who you are. Every time you follow through, you reinforce your identity. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build inner power. Most people look for respect outside themselves. They seek validation, approval, recognition. They wait for someone else to tell them they're enough. Here's the truth: you don't need anyone's permission. You don't need applause, you don't need compliments, you don't need approval. You have a choice. You can chase external validation or you can earn self-respect through consistency. That's the key. Consistency is the foundation of self-respect. When you show up, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's painful, even when no one is watching, you reinforce your identity. You prove to yourself that you can be trusted. You prove to yourself that your word matters. You don't need to believe in yourself, you need to prove it to yourself. Repeat it. Say it aloud. Let it sink in. Think about it. Every time you skip a workout, eat poorly, avoid hard work, or quit when it gets uncomfortable, you're sending a message to yourself. You're saying, I am not reliable, I am not capable,
I am not worthy of my own trust. That weakens your identity, that erodes your confidence, that diminishes your power. But every time you show up, every time you follow through, every time you honor your word, you build respect for yourself. You reinforce discipline. You solidify trust in yourself. You create inner power that no one can take away. You have a choice, weakness or self-respect. That's the key. Here's the principle. Prove it to yourself daily. External validation is unreliable. People will criticize, people will doubt, people will try to distract you or diminish your achievements. But self-respect? Self-respect is permanent. It doesn't depend on anyone else. It comes from proving your word, proving your commitments, proving your identity through action. You don't need to believe in yourself, you need to prove it to yourself. Do it daily, do it consistently, do it relentlessly. Consistency also builds confidence. When you show up day after day, you start to trust yourself. You trust your decisions, you trust your habits, you trust your ability to endure. Confidence is not something you're born with. Confidence is earned through repetition. Confidence is earned through proof. Confidence is earned by honoring your word. You have a choice. Doubt yourself or prove your worth through action. That's the key. Let's break it down into practical steps. 1. Keep promises to yourself, no matter what. Decide on your daily non-negotiables, workouts, work blocks, learning, discipline rituals. Honor them every day, no excuses. 2. Track your consistency. Visible evidence of follow-through strengthens identity. Use a journal, checklist, or app. 3. Eliminate the need for external approval. Do the work because it matters to you, not because someone else will see or praise it. 4. Reflect on results daily. Every completed task, every fulfilled promise, every small victory is proof of your reliability and self-respect. You don't need to believe in yourself. You need to prove it to yourself, repeat it, internalize it, live it. Here's the danger of ignoring consistency. You weaken your identity. You become dependent on others for confidence. You chase approval instead of progress. You give away power that should belong to you. Self-respect cannot be borrowed. You cannot outsource it. You cannot fake it. It is built in the daily practice of proving yourself. It is built in the mundane, repetitive, ordinary actions. It is built in the silent victories no one sees. You have a choice, external validation or internal proof. That's the key. Example, a professional athlete. Some days they feel strong, some days they feel tired, some days they want to quit. But the disciplined athlete shows up anyway. They train, they practice, they execute. They don't wait to feel motivated. They don't wait for recognition. They don't seek applause. They are proving their own reliability. They are building self-respect. They are reinforcing identity. They are creating a foundation of unshakable confidence. You can do the same. Another example, a business leader building a company. The market is unpredictable. Challenges arise daily. Feedback is often harsh. But the disciplined leader honors their commitments. They meet deadlines. They follow through with promises. They execute the plan. Their self-respect is unshakable. Their confidence does not depend on external praise. Their inner authority grows with every consistent action. You don't need anyone to believe in you. You need to prove it to yourself. Consistency also protects you from regret. When you show up daily, even on boring, gray or painful days, you eliminate the what-ifs. You don't wonder if you could have done more. You don't waste energy wishing you were someone else. You act, you execute, you honor your commitments. And in that consistency, you build power that compounds silently. Every action is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every action is proof that you can be trusted. Every action is a brick in the foundation of self-respect. You have a choice, inconsistency or integrity. That's the key. Here's the behavior shift to implement today. Choose one commitment and follow through without exception. Track it, document it, observe your proof. Repeat tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Build momentum, build identity, build self-respect. Ordinary actions, executed consistently, create extraordinary inner power.
Consistency becomes your armor. Consistency becomes your identity.
Consistency becomes your self-respect. You don't need to believe in yourself. You need to prove it to yourself. Repeat it, internalize it, live it. You've mastered readiness. You've silenced the weak voice. You've embraced pain. You've built routines. You've survived boring days. Now you understand that every promise you keep to yourself is a vote for your own power. Every small, consistent action strengthens your identity. Every bit of follow-through compounds into unshakable self-respect. The next step is leveraging that power externally, shaping your environment to support your growth and remove distractions. Chapter 9. The power of doing what you don't want to do. Life doesn't wait for your comfort. It doesn't wait for your mood. It doesn't reward hesitation, excuses, or convenience. Most people avoid what's hard. They postpone, rationalize, negotiate. They wait for energy, inspiration, or motivation, and they get nothing but regret. The fastest way to strengthen your will is to deliberately do the uncomfortable. Do the hard thing because it's hard. Repeat it, say it aloud, let it sink in. The truth is simple. Comfort is weakness disguised. Avoidance breeds fragility. Discomfort builds resilience. The person who moves through pain, rejection, and difficulty gains strength invisible to those who stay in their comfort zone. You have a choice. You can avoid the hard thing or you can confront it. That's the key. Every elite performer understands this instinctively. The athlete wakes up before dawn. They train when it's dark, cold, and their body aches. They push past fatigue to finish the last rep. The entrepreneur makes the call they dread. They ask for the sale, face rejection, and keep going. The student studies the subject they hate. They read, write, and practice even when it bores them.
Relentless action is where true freedom lives. You don't need their permission. You don't need validation. You don't need anyone to approve. You need action. You need consistency. You need control. Here's the principle: freedom through relentless action. Every small task you complete builds autonomy. Every consistent habit you maintain strengthens your inner authority. Every promise you keep to yourself compounds power. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is fuel. Discipline is leverage. Discipline gives you the ability to direct your life rather than be directed by impulses. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, internalize it, live it. Consider the paradox. The person who seems free but lacks discipline is enslaved. They are at the mercy of emotions, moods, and distractions. They chase pleasure. They avoid discomfort. They fail to create. The person who is disciplined, who acts relentlessly, who honors their commitments is truly free. They control their schedule, their mind, their body, their results. They act with intention, not impulse. They are liberated. You have a choice: slavery to impulse or liberation through action. That's the key. Relentless action also creates opportunity. Most people wait for luck, timing, or inspiration. They hesitate, they procrastinate, they overthink. The disciplined act. They do the work before conditions are perfect. They create momentum. They attract results. Freedom comes when your life is shaped by your action, not by waiting. Freedom comes when you stop reacting and start creating. Freedom comes through discipline, not chance. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Say it again, repeat it, internalize it. Here's a practical framework for achieving freedom through relentless action. Identify your non-negotiables. List the actions that align with your highest priorities and personal standards. Execute them daily, without fail. Remove distractions. Control your environment. Limit options that lead to procrastination or indulgence. Break tasks into actionable steps. Relentless action is the sum of small, consistent efforts. Even the smallest step taken consistently compounds into massive freedom. Measure success by follow-through, not comfort. Completion and consistency matter more than feeling motivated or inspired. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, reinforce it, make it your identity. Every elite performer understands this. The athlete who maintains a strict training schedule, regardless of how they feel, is free to perform at their peak when it matters. The entrepreneur who consistently executes tasks, manages priorities, and follows through on commitments is free to build wealth, influence, and opportunity. The artist who works daily, even when uninspired, is free to create their masterpiece. Freedom is action compounded over time. Discipline is the engine. Relentless action is the fuel. You don't need to wait for luck. You don't need to wait for motivation. You don't need permission. You need action. You need discipline. You need relentless execution. Here's another truth. Procrastination is slavery. Every postponed task, every delayed decision, every avoided responsibility tightens the chains. It reduces autonomy. It reduces power. It reduces freedom. Relentless action reverses this. Every completed task, every fulfilled promise, every moment of execution expands your control. Your life becomes yours, rather than dictated by impulses, distractions, or indecision.
You are the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, internalize it, live it. Practical examples: morning routines, waking early, exercising, journaling, or planning your day. Professional consistency, completing the work others avoid, meeting deadlines, making difficult decisions. Personal discipline, controlling consumption, emotions, and focus. Each action may feel small, each action may feel tedious, but each action compounds power. Each action builds freedom. Relentless execution is how ordinary moments create extraordinary control. Let's make it concrete. If you do what must be done today, despite resistance, you are free tomorrow. If you follow through on commitments now, you are free from regret later. If you act when others hesitate, you are free to lead, create, and win. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is power. Discipline is liberty. Relentless action is the path. You are free the moment you do what must be done. As we close this chapter and this audiobook, understand this final truth. All the lessons you've learned, readiness, silencing the weak voice, embracing pain, building routines, surviving boring days, proving yourself, voluntary hardship, culminate here. Freedom is not given, it is earned. It is earned through relentless action. It is earned through discipline. It is earned through proving yourself daily. You have a choice. Live at the mercy of impulses, distractions, and hesitation, or act relentlessly and claim your freedom. That's the key. So take this with you. Show up, execute, follow through, do the hard thing, honor your word, complete the routine, embrace monotony, silence the weak voice, face discomfort, and with every action, you will gain something priceless. Control. And with control comes freedom. True freedom. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, live it, own it. This concludes the final chapter of the audiobook. Discipline is not limitation. Discipline is liberty. Relentless action is the key to a life that is yours, unshakable, unstoppable, and free. Freedom doesn't come from ease, it comes from effort. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. You will fall, but you will stand again, faster, harder, sharper. Every choice is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every rep, every task, every moment you obey your higher self, you win. Stop negotiating with your potential. Stop waiting for permission. The world doesn't owe you motivation, it rewards execution. You have one life, one mind, one chance to dominate your discipline. So from this moment forward, do what must be done, every single day.
Relentless action is where true freedom lives. You don't need their permission, you don't need validation, you don't need anyone to approve. You need action, you need consistency, you need control. Here's the principle: freedom through relentless action. Every small task you complete builds autonomy. Every consistent habit you maintain strengthens your inner authority. Every promise you keep to yourself compounds power. Discipline is not restriction, discipline is fuel. Discipline is leverage. Discipline gives you the ability to direct your life rather than be directed by impulses. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, internalize it, live it. Consider the paradox. The person who seems free but lacks discipline is enslaved. They are at the mercy of emotions, moods, and distractions. They chase pleasure, they avoid discomfort, they fail to create. The person who is disciplined, who acts relentlessly,
who honors their commitments is truly free. They control their schedule, their mind, their body, their results. They act with intention, not impulse. They are liberated. You have a choice, slavery to impulse or liberation through action. That's the key. Relentless action also creates opportunity. Most people wait for luck, timing, or inspiration. They hesitate, they procrastinate, they overthink. The disciplined act. They do the work before conditions are perfect. They create momentum. They attract results. Freedom comes when your life is shaped by your action, not by waiting. Freedom comes when you stop reacting and start creating. Freedom comes through discipline, not chance. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Say it again, repeat it, internalize it. Here's a practical framework for achieving freedom through relentless action. Identify your non-negotiables. List the actions that align with your highest priorities and personal standards. Execute them daily, without fail. Remove distractions. Control your environment. Limit options that lead to procrastination or indulgence. Break tasks into actionable steps. Relentless action is the sum of small, consistent efforts. Even the smallest step taken consistently compounds into massive freedom. Measure success by follow-through, not comfort. Completion and consistency matter more than feeling motivated or inspired. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, reinforce it, make it your identity. Every elite performer understands this. The athlete who maintains a strict training schedule, regardless of how they feel, is free to perform at their peak when it matters. The entrepreneur who consistently executes tasks, manages priorities, and follows through on commitments is free to build wealth, influence, and opportunity. The artist who works daily, even when uninspired, is free to create their masterpiece. Freedom is action compounded over time. Discipline is the engine. Relentless action is the fuel. You don't need to wait for luck. You don't need to wait for motivation. You don't need permission. You need action. You need discipline. You need relentless execution. Here's another truth. Procrastination is slavery. Every postponed task, every delayed decision, every avoided responsibility tightens the chains. It reduces autonomy. It reduces power. It reduces freedom. Relentless action reverses this. Every completed task, every fulfilled promise, every moment of execution expands your control. Your life becomes yours, rather than dictated by impulses, distractions, or indecision. You are the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it, internalize it, live it. Practical examples: morning routines, waking early, exercising, journaling, or planning your day. Professional consistency, completing the work others avoid, meeting deadlines, making difficult decisions. Personal discipline, controlling consumption, emotions, and focus. Each action may feel small, each action may feel tedious, but each action compounds power. Each action builds freedom. Relentless execution is how ordinary moments create extraordinary control. Let's make it concrete. If you do what must be done today, despite resistance, you are free tomorrow. If you follow through on commitments now, you are free from regret later. If you act when others hesitate, you are free to lead, create, and win. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is power. Discipline is liberty. Relentless action is the path. You are free the moment you do what must be done. As we close this chapter and this audiobook, understand this final truth. All the lessons you've learned, readiness, silencing the weak voice, embracing pain, building routines, surviving boring days, proving yourself, voluntary hardship, culminate here. Freedom is not given, it is earned. It is earned through relentless action. It is earned through discipline. It is earned through proving yourself daily. You have a choice. Live at the mercy of impulses, distractions, and hesitation, or act relentlessly and claim your freedom. That's the key. So take this with you. Show up, execute, follow through, do the hard thing, honor your word. Complete the routine, embrace monotony, silence the weak voice, face discomfort, and with every action, you will gain something priceless. Control. And with control comes freedom. True freedom. You are free the moment you do what must be done. Repeat it,
live it, own it. This concludes the final chapter of the audiobook. Discipline is not limitation. Discipline is liberty. Relentless action is the key to a life that is yours, unshakable, unstoppable, and free. Freedom doesn't come from ease, it comes from effort. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. You will fall, but you will stand again, faster, harder, sharper. Every choice is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every rep, every task, every moment you obey your higher self, you win. Stop negotiating with your potential. Stop waiting for permission. The world doesn't owe you motivation. It rewards execution. You have one life, one mind, one chance to dominate your discipline. So from this moment forward, do what must be done every single day.